Greetings to you. This is the last in our lessons from Karra on healing. This lesson was channeled by Mark Crocker in May of 1996, and we are very glad to be able to present it to you. My name is Russ Hatfield, and my twin soul, Karra, who is behind my shoulder, is a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command stationed on Hades base. Here, Karra explains that, as old age comes on, it's important to work on daily exercises of some kind to keep bones fit. Staying on the subject of staying fit, she includes a talk on nutrition as well. You can follow our online transcript at the link below of our homepage, centerforascension.org. Please subscribe if you want at the end of this video to be alerted to future channeling sessions, editorials from Karra and myself, and lessons from the Center for Ascension. And now, growing old and staying young.
So, let's see, what kind of serious questions should we ask you?
Healing. After all, I am a healer.
I've noticed with skiing and working very hard, I'm having some trouble or pain in my knees.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's mostly muscle.
What is happening?
I don't think I hurt myself.
No. Normally what happens is that when you work muscles that haven't been worked hard for a long time, what you're doing is stretching the muscles and making them create new pathways for the blood to flow into so that the muscles can grow. And growing is quite a painful experience. Ask the youngest member here about his growing pains that he has.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not that old.
But it is the same when you work muscles, that you're creating new tissue.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
And the pathways are pumping in so that the areas are a little bit sensitive to touch that start off with. The more you work them, the stronger they become and the quicker they grow. However, the quicker they grow, the more painful they are.
Okay, so the body pain is just from skiing hard and working hard. Am I correct?
Is it a dull pain or a sharp stabbing pain?
No. I know the difference.
Yeah.
And no, it's nothing chronic.
Okay.
It's a dull, growing kind of pain.
Yeah. And that's what it is that the muscles are growing. And when you ski, you're using different muscles. So by using the different muscles, you're strengthening the muscles that are useful for skiing. And they enlarge. And they get painful as they enlarge. But what's good in the long run is it makes the bones around the muscles stronger also. For example, if you take one of your people that throw balls in the backfield,
baseball,
yeah, and you were to take a slice out of their arm, say here, right, and a slice out of, is this the arm that they use?
Well, it depends. They use one or the other, and some talented people use both.
The throwing arm, okay?
Right.
You take a slice out of the non-throwing arm, you slice out of the throwing arm. Now, if you were to compare the bone from the non-throwing arm would be thinner than the arm that is used for throwing. And this can be used for later age to prevent osteoporosis, which I don't think anybody needs to worry about, but for future reference.
But you're saying that an athlete will, the bone structure in a limb will actually increase?
That is right.
With an athlete that uses that arm?
Yeah. You have to use it continuously when you get into older age. For example, if you're concerned about thinning of the bones, by exercising, walking, running, whatever, it does increase the strength of the bones. It's also something that can be used to combat arthritis. It's by exercising the bones and the muscle, you get the necessary strength to continue to be able to use your fingers, your arms, your legs, whatever part is suffering from arthritis. So by exercising the whole entire body, you exercise the whole entire bone structure. And in turn, you have a fitter body that is stronger.
Very informative.
Thank you.
Now, I'm coming up with a list, and we've compiled some lists as far as when we get more in a serious survival mode, which we're planning for. Since you're a healer and I'm in the first aid and I happen to be a chef, I'm in the food and I'm in the healing. Okay. Will you be able to help me with some menu planning?
Certainly. What you mean is high protein. If you are a semi-vegetarian or a normal...
I want to be able to excuse me, pardon me. I want to be able to cook a nutritional vegetarian diet and being able to supplement it with meat for people who eat meat. Okay.
Okay. Now, whether you are a meat eater or a non-meat eater, everybody needs protein. And it doesn't matter if you dislike one type of meat or another type of meat. What you can use as a supplement to meat is nuts. Now, there are a vast variety of nuts. You can grind them up together by making them into a paste. You can almost simulate meat. Not quite, but close enough. You can also use mushrooms, again, with the nuts, which will give you a high protein. So in a situation where you collect nuts, you are basically harvesting meat in a different form. In fact, I believe some of your races call the nut a meat, or the meat of the nut.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is the correct terminology.
Yes. So, in essence, it is just as high protein as meat.
So, for example, and I've done this before, if I did a hazelnut crusted salmon, you're looking at a very nutritional, well-balanced, high-protein dish.
Yes, very.
And Russ would eat it.
Oh, certainly.
I'd like to invite everyone over. Russ is buying, and we're going to have hazelnut crusted salmon.
Oh, thank you.
Or we could do cashew or pecan, any kind of nut.
I will hold up a UFO and be right there. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the human part.
Okay.
Now, by using correct proteins, you can heal the body in an accelerated method with activity. Physiotherapy is an example. If you eat certain high-protein foods, such as salmon or nuts, you can speed up the healing process because you're getting a high-protein diet into a body, and the body absorbs the protein and helps it to repair itself. So by using high protein, it dovetails nicely with healing, because if you eat a well-balanced meal, your chances of catching ailments is decreased, and the body's repair system is increased.
Excellent. So my question was appropriate. Whether we're in a survival situation or not, nutrition and eating good and exercise are important no matter what.
That is right.